Wait for it, wait for it, wait for it. What are we waiting for, Bugatti? Y'all know what we waiting for. We done beat the clock again. Let's go. We waiting. I'm sorry, we beat 6 o'clock again. Y'all know how we do. Yes, 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 everybody. Thank you for coming. It is Friday, March 7th. That's right, y'all, 2025. I'm your host, Bugatti NYC, and this here's our bottom line. What we be doing that, this and that and that and this and this and that and that. What we be talking about this and that and that and this and this and that just got me pissed. Hold on a minute. Oh, that's right. Wake up those paws. Let's wake up those paws. And then we gotta shake it off. Doot, 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 doot. How y'all doing this morning? It's your boy Bugatti NYC, and you are here again, 6 o'clock in the morning, with your boy Bugatti NYC on the bottom line. Gotta tell you guys, it was a crazy morning. We lost power. It got crazy. I'm up in here like, what's going on with the lights? No power, no nothing. Had to go hit the switch, repool all the content. That's why I get up early, because you guys have no idea what it takes to produce even a live show on your phone. It's no joke. I got to be totally honest with you guys, because I never pull punches with you. Also, let me know where you're chiming in from when you chime in, because I like to do pooling from where you guys are from so that we can have dialogue on a level that you can understand. Today, we got a lot going on. We got a full clip, but it's Friday, so we're happy we made it another week. We made it another day. We finalized this end of this week, and God bless everybody here, because it's probably been a rough week for you as well. You know, just getting up sometimes, it's not a joke. Getting yourself together, having the wherewithal to process and keep doing the same thing. I got to be honest with you. Sometimes I want to stay in the bed too. But then again, you still got to get up. So why not keep pushing? Why not come to the bottom line? So you can share your comments in the comment section, and we can all have a dialogue about new news that's coming up. Who we got in the building so far? Hi, not Bill, Marielle. Betty Lynn, good morning, good morning. Got your picture, Betty Lynn. She got her merch yesterday. She looked fabulous in that thermal with that big pink puff print on her big shirt there. She was rocking it with the jeans, had the peace sign up. Y'all go check out Betty Lynn. I'm sorry. Check out, I'm sorry, Betty Lynn in the post section, and see her up there styling and profiling in her promo tee. That's what's up, y'all. I hope you liked it, and I hope it was really warm for you too. I'm really glad that you got it. People like that dedicated to the channel, I like to make sure that you guys get stuff. I already told you, Marielle, I'm waiting for you. All you got to do is get in the DM and send me your address. I got something for you too, because we be rocking like that. Also, Betty, I got something for you too. I got something for a couple of you guys. So just hit me up inside of my Gmail, send me your address, and you'll be fly just like Batty Lynn as well. But again, we got a lot to get into today. We got full clip. We got some real news updates. Man, it's about to get crazy up in here. So I hope you guys are inquisitive. Y'all are up. Get your coffee, get your Danish, whatever you got for your breakfast, because we're about to get into it. I want to get to work. I'm not going to waste your time. And this is what we got going on today. So let's read our title. So happy that you guys have been able to make it here today. Fantastic morning that I'm having, and we just got a lot happening out here in the world. Let's get to this title and let's get going. Our first title is today, what? Trump issues last warning to Hamas. That's right. Trump has issued his last warning to Hamas. He hasn't said exactly what they're planning on doing. He's been asked by reporters the plan. So what you mean by you've given your last threat? I mean, what do you mean, Trump, you've issued your last warning to Hamas? What do you mean by that, sir? What he means by that is, excuse me, guys, I'm so sorry about that. What Trump means by that is Let me do that over again too. Let me do that over. Okay. Lead story today, Trump issues last warning to Hamas. And what do we mean by this? What we mean by this is Donald Trump has issued his last final warning to Hamas. Didn't say exactly what his strategy was going to be, if it was going to be war, retaliation, or anything of that nature. But he did say, you guys have a certain amount of time to get rid of the rest, to send back the rest of those hostages. And he wasn't playing about that. So yes, Trump issues his last warning to Hamas. Another story we have under that is China responds to Trump's tariffs with aggression and threats of all retaliation. Yeah, China said, you know what? We're ready with anything. Any type of war you guys want to, whatever you guys want to do, let's do it. You want to do it tariffs? You want to do it on the field? Whatever you want to do, let's go. So what Trump was planning was probably a negotiating opportunity between America and China. But as you can see, they're fighting back already by their demands. And they're basically saying, we're ready for any type of war with you guys. We got the clip. We're going to keep it going. And the last final story, last but not least, again, we got Trump leading news. Trump to revoke legal status of over 240,000 individuals who fled from Ukraine. That's right, over 240,000 people that fled from Ukraine that have taken refuge and salvage in our country. Now, Trump has revoked their status. Don't want to waste you guys' time. I want to get into it. Hope you guys had a fantastic day. We're leading off today's stories with what? Trump to revoke legal status of 240,000 Ukrainians. Check this out, you guys. Like I said, I had a little glitch in the matrix earlier, had a little pushback, and we had a power outage. So I want you guys to understand that, but we're going to keep on going because everything is still moving forward. Sometimes you have hiccups, but you still got to move forward. So here we go.
Ukraine, and the Trump administration suspends aid and intel sharing. That came out yesterday, and is now reportedly planning to revoke the legal status of nearly 250,000 Ukrainians who have fled here since the war began. Special envoy to Russia and Ukraine, General Keith Kellogg, joins us now. General, I know there was an emergency meeting of European allies without us yesterday in response to our pause in weapons and our hold off on sharing intelligence. What do you think comes from that, and what's the U.S. stance about that?
Yeah, Brian, thanks for having me this morning. It's good to be with you. Look, this goes back to what President Trump has said all along. That to start with, and he's absolutely right, this war would not have started if he was President of the United States. But he's been looking at this for a long time. This isn't something he just came into on the 20th of January when he was inaugurated. He's been thinking about it, working about it. I mean, I remember him being on the campaign trail a year ago when we actually talked about it when we went into Iowa. And look, he's basically said, look, this war is an endless war right now. It's in almost a stalemate condition, and this war has got to stop. What you're looking at, the levels of destruction is horrific. It's World War II level of destruction. And the president sees that, and he said consistently that he wants the war to stop. He needs to end the killing. He's been very, very good at that. And when he looks at the Europeans, he's trying to bring them along the same way, saying, look, you've got to come to some type of negotiated solution to this. This war is not going to be decided on the battlefield. It's just not, because both sides are dug in, they're entrenched, and the president sees diplomacy, and he's very good at this, on coming to a solution. And look, look what he's done in the last 40 days. I mean, he's had Steve Witkoff talking to Putin in Moscow. You know, I've been into Kyiv talking to Zelensky. He's got an all-star team. When you look at Besant from Treasury, and you look at Steve Witkoff, the special negotiator.
So Ukraine is ready to come back to the table with their mineral rights offer so that they can move forward and get the process going of finally finalizing and getting rid of this war with Russia. We're going to be the middlemen going back and forth as far as like the negotiations, guys, but it looks like the negotiations are going to be back on. We're going to keep on moving forward. Like I said, we got a lot in the clip. This one is very interesting because it's something that has a lot of action in it, and you see and you see him being very defensive. What I'm talking about is AOC, who grills Mayor Adams when he was at the meeting, the congressional meeting the other day for all of the mayors. She came in really hot on him and basically really honed down on the fact that his lawyer was doing possibly, I don't want to get in any trouble, was possibly doing a quid pro quo situation in order to get him out of his legal problems. he was willing to do anything with Tom Homan and President Trump when it comes down to getting rid of the indictment that he's under now, the federal indictment. So AOC basically grilled him on it the other day. We didn't show this yesterday. We had a lot to cover, but I wanted to make sure we got this in because I want you to see the follow-ups and his answers and basically how the questions that she actually asked Mayor Adams of New York, the mayor of New York.
Mayor Adams, on January 31st of 2025, your attorneys met with federal prosecutors regarding the charges of bribery, campaign finance fraud, and conspiracy against you. Were you aware of this meeting prior to its occurrence?
Congresswoman, as I...
Microphone, please.
I'm sorry. As I stated to your colleagues, and I'm going to continue to state because we're asking the same question over and over again.
This isn't a question.
This case is in front of Judge Ho, and out of deference to
I understand, Mayor Adams.
Process, I'm going to
Mayor Adams, as your counsel, I'm sure will inform you. The only permissible way to refuse to answer a question during a congressional proceeding such as this is by pleading the Fifth Amendment. Deference to the judge is not a permissible excuse for not answering questions during a congressional hearing. Is it your intention to plead the Fifth today?
Councilwoman, you said the only way that you can't answer a question is to plead the Fifth. I am answering your question. I'm answering your question directly. That
You are not, Mayor Adams.
Okay, I believe I am.
I will ask it again. Were you aware of the meeting between your attorneys and federal prosecutors on January 31st? Answering this question.
Come on, he had to be aware of it.
And I'm going to answer it again. Out of deference to Judge Ho with this case.
That is not an answer, Mayor Adams.
He is going to deal with the outcome of the case.
Mayor Adams, is it your intention to not comply with these questions?
As I stated, I'm answering your questions, and what you're doing, let's be clear on, you're asking me about communications between my attorney and I. And I don't think that is appropriate to be asking a question between my attorney and I, because we are in a country of law and order.
I understand.
And your
So, Mayor
relationship
Adams,
and
who
communications
is
with
your
your attorney should be respected.
Who is your attorney?
Alex Spiro.
Alex Spiro, thank you. Now, Mayor Adams, have your attorneys ever met with city officials? That is not covered. I'm not asking about your conversations with your attorneys. Have your attorneys met with city officials, New York City officials?
Any communication or activity between my attorney?
So yes or no? Have your personal attorneys met with New York City officials?
Alex Spiro, my attorney, to deal with those communications.
Mayor Adams, in this meeting, did anyone representing you, including perhaps Mr. Spiro, agree or allude to any arrangement with the Trump administration that would involve changing city policies in exchange to reconsideration of the charges brought against you?
You say in this meeting? Can you be clear?
In the January 31st meeting.
Again, there was never any agreement, never any quid pro quo.
That's not what I'm asking.
Nothing wrong. Never any agreement, never any quid pro quo.
Was there an...
That's not true, because that even came out the next day when the DOJ had sent out their reasoning why they were going to dismiss his charges. His charges were basically being dismissed because they're saying that all of this stuff is interfering with him being able to run the state of New York. That's really what it was about. She really tried to grill him and get some information, but you see he had 3 lawyers behind him. And most of the time when people are like that and they're trying to cover themselves, allegedly, they've got a reason for covering their asses like that. Lawyers like, hey, wait a minute, don't say that. Hold on a minute. Like, if you're really straight up and you're have nothing wrong or no ill will intent and none of this was a quid pro quo, why you got 3 lawyers behind you? Oh, I forgot. You're indicted right now, and they got to be careful with what you say, because they can use that in a court of law moving forward on your criminal indictment that you got going on. What do you guys think about that, right? That's what I'm saying. Ted Owens, investigate AOC. Chris Gerber, no, she's not. She is badgering him about the case. She's talking about stuff in the case that she's not supposed to. I gotta say that. You're not supposed to ask certain questions like what are you and your lawyer talking about, things of that nature. But you know, well, you know, when somebody farted and you got an ill face on you, 9 times out of 10 you the one that farted. But what I'm really trying to say here is he seems to be guilty, allegedly, of what they're accusing him for allegedly, and he has lawyers here to really cover him and make sure that he doesn't get in himself any trouble moving further, like what we're about to do, move further. We got this situation with this arrest from $20 million laundering scheme. I don't know how these guys are making all of this money. Please put me on and let me know how you guys are doing it. But recently, this group right here of I think about 7 guys were caught trying to launder over $20 million. Want you guys to see this. How everybody doing this morning? What y'all got going on out there? Are y'all at work? Are y'all on the way? Are y'all off today? What y'all got going on today? Right now, I want you to see the 7 arrested in $20 million laundering scheme.
7 people under arrest tonight in connection with a multi-million-dollar money laundering scheme.
Prosecutors say it involves scamming people into buying gift cards and then using them to buy products that they would then resell.
All right, Fox 5's Jody Goldberg with the details.
They were caught in the act. 7 men now charged in a $20 million money laundering and conspiracy scheme.
These defendants allegedly used tens of thousands of Home Depot and Lowe's gift cards that were obtained fraudulently through a computer-based scam.
A scam that targeted more than 1,800 victims in 45 states. Officials say the men used the gift cards to buy things like copper pipes, steel cables, and hot water heaters. They would then resell them to local plumbing supply and home improvement businesses.
Some victims, many elderly, were told that their information had been used to purchase child sexual abuse material and were.
So when they do these scams and they always say, hey, go get a secured card, go get a Lowe's card, go get this card and send it and drop it off, they willing to do anything at this point. The other day, I just got another video telling me, oh, this is YouTube, but it was a private video. Private video telling me that they want to do some advertising on this channel. Then when I looked into it, I saw that it was a scam. Even contacted YouTube. I was so convinced that they was really them. I'm going back and forth with YouTube like, no, you guys did send me this video. You did. They were like, sir, we haven't gotten in contact with you in 3 months. And they showed me, they looked at every line of communication. They were like, we haven't contacted you at all. But these people are so intricate and so smart about the way that they go about things. They find a way to launder. In this case, they would rip off an old person by saying, hey, I need you, we got some social security issue. You have to pay for this fee or whatever. They would do it with a Lowe's card, right? These guys would go get the Lowe's card, buy all of this stuff, sell the stuff to somebody else. Why they would do that, I really don't understand. They're still using the credit card to buy illegal things or whatever, and they got jammed up doing it. But sometimes people do stuff for money and they swear that they're going to get away with it. I've been around people like that. I got to be honest with you. Growing up in certain neighborhoods, you see people that think that they got these little schemes going on. Next thing you know, they look like they're doing their thing, riding around, looking all good. And then 3 months later, boom, they're locked up, got all this jail time, and everybody that's affiliated with them goes down with it. It's not really worth it. After life and being around people for so long, I'm so lucky that I've been able to steer myself in another direction instead of being like this. And especially at this age. These guys look like they're in their 30s, probably in their 40s soon. If this is where you're at financially at that stage of your life, it's pretty depressing. It's pretty sad, I have to say.
Or instructed to call a specific number.
Officials say the defendants were responsible for over 6,000 transactions on more than 400 dates at over 80 locations, including this one.
They would sometimes visit the same location twice in one day. The pattern got to be so big that it stood out.
Investigators recovered supplies in the defendant's vans, $100,000 cash, along with high-end jewelry and handbags. Skylin used more than 50 gift cards to buy over $50,000 worth of pipes in one day. His attorney had no comment. 6 of the defendants walked out on cashless bail.
Damn.
We have thousands of victims that are out there. If we're going to be able to prosecute these people, we got to keep them where they belong. And that's in jail. That's where they should be.
Officials offer this advice.
If someone calls you and identifies themselves as a government employee, a bank representative, or a representative of an internet or software company, and asks you for money, I'm telling you, hang up the phone.
The men pleaded not guilty and face a max of 15 years in prison if convicted. Officials are looking into the computer scam and say at least 5 others are involved. In Nassau County, Long Island, Jody Goldberg, Fox 5 News.
All right, another example. Yesterday, a friend of mine calls me up. Oh, I got this guy that's gonna a company that's gonna tow a truck for me. They're gonna tow a car for me. They're only gonna charge me $300. It already sounded iffy, right? So then I said to you, they're only going to charge you $300. What are they saying right now? Well, if I send them the money, they're not going to charge me the $600 that another company is charging me. They're only going to charge me $300. So she was really into, thinking that she's going to save $300. Her car had broken down on the side of the road. She needed it towed somewhere, right? I told her not to do it. I called one of my buddies up, let him know what was going on. He said he could take care of it for her. No. These people had already convinced her. They had a marshal's seal on their Cash App information that was convincing. It's also a crime. So I let her know that, moving forward after she got ripped off for her money, I let her know that she probably should report this company and these people, because when you use a badge like Homeland Security or someone's shield for anything illegal like that, it's illegal. It's a federal crime, because you're now bringing the Fed into that, making people think that you're doing something legal. So you guys really, I'm telling you, y'all think y'all good. I thought I was too. I'm not as good as these crooks. They are no joke. How are you? 9 times out of 10, you're going to think, 9 times out of 10, you're going to think they're going to try to get my money out of my pocket, rip me off with my credit card, or steal my information, right? You never think of all the new intricate ways that these guys are coming up with these thefts, how they're trying to get you to buy a Lowe's card or rip off someone's grandmother and trick them into thinking that somebody may be arrested or they won some sort of money and they have to pay the shipping fee or whatever the case may be, or a transactional fee. It's all a scam. Now I'm talking about people got to really get in contact with me, damn near pull up to my house to make me believe that they want something. For real. Like, that's why a lot of rappers, and when famous people call them up, they be like, hey, how you doing? This is Snoop Dogg, or this is what, they be like, man, get out of here. Bang, I already know what it is. You guys have to be very vigilant on what's going on out here right now, because people are broke and they have no limits in what they'll do to make money. It's really rough in the streets and everywhere. And then once people get their fangs in you, they never let go. That's one thing that criminals do, as well as people when they find out that you got some money. Once they try to get their fangs in you, they never let go until you're dead broke. That's how they do. And then they'll tell their buddy, hey, this person's got money, right? That's how those corrupt companies work. What we got here? We got Kendra. No, I'm not reading that. You're talking about somebody. Car care, crime pays, get smart. Car care, fraud is stupidity. Casey Ramos said, good morning, my guy. All GQ this AM. 100. Thank you, guys. Thanks for that. Chris Gerber, still scamming. Yeah, people out here. It's not a game. It's not a game. That's Christian Ian. World is getting worse. Car care, that's business. Marielle, you're using 50 gift cards in one day and no one notices. Yeah, after a while they caught up to them. But these stories like this, you guys don't really see unless you come to the bottom line. That's why we got to be informative and we got to keep these stories out. You guys do me a favor, if you appreciate the content, please let's share this video and let people know that we're here. I got so much more in the clip. Let's go, because now we finally get to the point where Donald Trump gives a big live announcement. He gives this announcement live. Want you guys to see what we're talking about here. We got a lot more coming in the clip that we can talk about. Anybody have any topics or any points that you want to come across on what he says? Please put it in the comments. And again, let me know where you're chiming in from. I really like to make sure that I got content from your state or your country so that we can be relative and keep this going. So right now, we're going to get into this right here. Let's go, y'all.
Same thing for Mexico. One for Canada, one for Mexico.
Yes, sir.
They've been in the news lately, haven't they? And I spoke to the president of Mexico, wonderful woman, today, and we helped them out with the problem they were having to do with the tariffs, short-term tariffs. And we had a very good conversation. Also, we discussed drugs, and they've been working much harder lately. Do you notice that? On people coming in and drugs. And we've made tremendous progress on both.
Yeah, they put 10,000 soldiers on the other side of the Mexican border. What he's telling them to do, they doing it. Right now we got a little bit of pushback, but majority of those tariffs are actually working for negotiations, guys.
Well, a lot of them are globalist countries and companies that won't be doing as well because we're taking back things that have been taken from us many years ago. We've been treated very unfairly as a country. We protect everybody. We do everything.
Do me a favor, you guys. We got 412 people in the building and 12 likes. It's not making sense. I don't like to stop the video. I would keep it going, but I really need to ask you guys to try to get those likes up so that we can get this information out and let people know that we're doing. Also, please pay attention to the content and comment so that we can talk about it once the video is finished playing. Do me that favor, you guys. I really appreciate it. What we got right here? We got 371 people in the building. We have 28 likes. It's really not making sense because if you're here, that means you like what's going on. So I really would appreciate you guys to get those likes up. I don't like stopping the video. I like it to keep going so that we can keep flowing. So if we can get that up to 80, let's be fair with each other. I won't stop the video anymore. We've got 28 right now, and we got about 325 people in the building. I understand I might lose 100 because this happens sometime. You guys don't want to do the likes. You just want to watch the video. I get it. But I really need you guys to get those likes up before I can press this button again. It has to see some type of dent going on here. We got 33. Let's get about 5 more. Let's keep it going. Come on, y'all. Appreciate you guys. Thank you so much. And do me that favor, not just when I'm asking. If you really appreciate the content, hold your boy down. Do me that favor. I don't want to have to ask. I'm not trying to be forceful, but I'm giving you content. So do me that favor. Let's keep it going. Let's be nice to each other. I respect you guys. Thank you.
For all these countries, and a lot of these are globalist in nature. You know, they have, if you're outside of the United States, it's going to be a little bit different. We just weren't treated right. We were ripped off as a country. I've been saying it for a long time, and I did it to a certain extent in the first administration, but with COVID coming in, we had to focus on that toward the end. But we had the greatest economy in history in the first administration, and I think we'll do even better now. But this is something that we have to do. There'll always be a little short-term interruption. I don't think it's going to be big, but the countries and companies that have been ripping us aren't particularly happy with what I'm doing. But the United States will be very happy. And, you know, our farmers are going to be very happy. And again, there'll be disruption. But in the end, I said it before with China, we signed an unbelievable deal with China, $50 billion in purchases, and we're doing great. Biden, however, when he came in, they never enforced that deal. So that's the only thing that basically you have globalist companies that have been ripping us off that won't be able to rip us off any longer. I think that's what the big charge is.
Have you been influenced, some of these exemptions that have been announced and some of these temporary delays, have you been influenced in those decisions because of the market reaction?
Well, there are no delays at all. No, nothing to do with the market. I'm not even looking at the market because long term, the United States will be very strong with what's happening here. Now, these are countries and companies, foreign companies that have been ripping us off, and no president did anything about it until I came along, and then I did a lot about it. You know, we took in tariffs from China, $600 billion. Nobody else took in 10 cents from China. They never did. But when COVID came along, we had to focus on COVID. We did a great job. We got rid of that. We ended up handing over with a market that was higher than it was previous to COVID coming in. But
what do you guys think about this? I mean, he's telling you guys, and this is directly to us. This is what we're saying right now. Food is going up. Gasoline is going up. Cost of living is going up because of the tariffs that he's invoked. He's basically talking to us right now saying, I know that these tariffs are hitting your pockets. We're going to have to deal with it for a little while longer. What do you guys think? Are you okay with dealing with it for a little while? Can you financially withstand what's going on right now? That's my question that I have to you guys. Still got the video up, but I want to see what you guys have to say. Do me a favor, double tap that screen and let's get these likes up so that we can have a good community here. What you guys think about this? Diabsol, honest. Marielle said no, not okay with it. Christian Ian, wicked. We've got Diabsol said, oh, haha, thanks, that works too. Okay, we've got Batty Lynn. Of course, other countries are not happy. We are finally going to make some money instead of being ripped off. It's only fair. Car Care said working don't work. Bill Andy, double tap anywhere on the screen, will give a like. That's right, y'all double tap that screen. Christian Ian says, why Trump call on Biden? Because he's talking about the previous administration and he had something in play with China that they didn't reinforce, that they didn't keep going. So that's why he's referring to Biden. What else we got here? We've got Eric Armenian. Can someone not miss and rid us? Diab Soul said, to like you gotta hit the 3 dots in the top right corner. Okay, cool. Thank you. Ripping us is wild. Casey Ramos, ripped off. Car kill. Girls need free money. Black, when you get a little suit, crooked tie content is everywhere. Y'all all feed off the same shit. Yo, Black, get my bags, meet me at the airport, I might be there. If you don't like it here, kick a rock for a block and don't have on nothing on your foot but a sock. Kids need food, Car Care said. Hunter Altman, I was like 15. Joe, you running for office, my man? You know what? I was thinking about it, Joe, because I don't like the way we being treated out here. I need to find out everything that you guys want to talk about, and I'll be our voice. And I promise you, I'm not going to steal no money, because I already hustle. I got other hustles going on. And that's the thing that people need to understand. You're not supposed to get in the office to rip people off or to find ways for your friends to sift money to you, do slick stuff. That's not what you do. You worry about the people. And I feel as if I need to be really ingrained if I'm going to take on a position like that. I don't want to be half-assed with anything that I do. So I have to think about getting into office. But I have been thinking about it.
This is very much about companies and countries that have ripped off this country, our beloved USA, and they're not going to be ripping us off anymore. So, I think that has an impact on the market.
Okay, we got more. I love you, Trump. I love what you're doing right now. I really appreciate the content that you're giving us. But we got to move on over to J.D. Vance right now because this was hot. He came right out of a meeting. Soon as he came outside, the reporters was right there asking questions about Hamas, questions about China, where we're basically at right now. And that's a really serious point because this was a little early. China has now responded. And they're not just talking about speaking back about these tariffs. They basically like, yo, however y'all want to do it, we willing to do it. We don't care about y'all tariffs. Y'all got tariff beef. However y'all want to set it off, we want to set it off. Like basically saying, if y'all want war, we want war. That's what China's trying to say. But I want you guys to see what J.D. Vance has to say because he's basically demanding payback from Zelensky. Because we put up that $350 billion that Donald Trump was just talking about. The EU and everybody else, their money was given in the form of a loan. So that means they get their money back. We ain't getting our money back. So you know what? I'm not mad at President Trump for trying to get us some snaps on the petro. We owed some paper right now. $350 billion and y'all not going to give us no money back? How many times that person right there probably banged a nail or that other person probably whipped up some batter to make some breakfast or whatever like that? Yes, that's your tax dollars over there. So damn right, we deserve some money back. And J.D. Vance is saying, yo, Zelensky, get that mineral rights situation right. I'll make sure this happens for us. I really think it's going to happen. We need the mineral rights for our AI and to get us where we need to be. I want you guys to see this right out of the meeting. Here comes JD letting everybody know what the plan is and that we deserve our money back from Zelensky. I know everybody in the comments believe this because we do deserve our money back, especially if everybody else getting their money back. Well, y'all better than us.
Good morning, everybody. Obviously, I'm here to talk about my friend Rich Colby. I think he'll make a great policy lead at the Department of Defense. That's why the president nominated him. And I just wanted to be here to give a word of encouragement, a word of approval, and just lend my reputation to Bridget's confirmation because I think he's a really, really important person for us to have at the Department of Defense. We have gone for too long letting our industrial base get degraded, allowing our troops to not even have the munitions that they need to fight the wars of the future. future. President Trump really believes in peace through strength, but a core part of peace through strength is ensuring that our troops have the weapons that they need in order to fight the next war, if God forbid it necessarily comes. So bridge is an important part of that defense policy. I think the Senate will confirm him, and I'm glad to be here and speak on his behalf. Happy to take a few questions if you guys have them.
Does pausing aid for Ukraine leave Ukraine vulnerable right now and give Russia an advantage?
Look, what the president has said very clearly about our Ukraine policy is that he wants the Ukrainians to come to the negotiating table. We want the Ukrainians to have a sovereign and an independent country. We think the Ukrainian troops have fought very bravely, but we're at a point here where neither Europe nor the United States nor the Ukrainians can continue this war indefinitely. So it's important that everybody comes to the table, and the president is trying to send a very explicit message. The Ukrainians have got to come to the table and start negotiating with President Trump.
Do you still have hope for the mineral deal? Do you believe that the mineral deal can still be reached with Ukraine?
Yeah, I certainly do. And I think the president is still committed to the mineral deal. I think we've heard some positive things, but not yet, of course, a signature from our friends in Ukraine. But look, the mineral deal is a really important part of the president's policy. Number one, the American people have got to get some payback for the incredible financial investment we've made in this country. A lot of the aid that the Europeans have sent has come in the form of money that is getting repaid to them. Well, it's really ridiculous and frankly an insult to the American people that the Europeans are getting a better deal than the American people. The president is just trying to ensure that the American people get a fair deal while simultaneously ensuring we have access to some minerals and resources that are very important for the economy of the future.
Okay, I want to know what you guys think. What we got? We got Rebecca Lynn said, hit the like button. We got Spartacus and What's of Lives. Whoa, JD, facts. Spartacus, this war was a waste of money to start with. Definitely was. I am Vladimir Putin. That's what Camp Halston said. Kendra Walker said 332 viewers and 66 likes. You know how they do. They like to come up in here and just freeload, Kendra. We can't help it. We got a lot of freeloaders in the country now. Nobody want to pay their way. They want to like leech and steal from you. It's all good. Daniel Floria, has he told us he's as a lawyer yet? Who's that, JD? I didn't know that. Spartacus, his country is in turmoil and he's begging for money, so he's got to give something back. She's talking about us, Vladimir Zelensky. Jenny Wren, hey, money man. I don't think I'm going to read y'all comments if y'all not giving me no likes. But I think the people that gave the likes is already are the ones that are commenting. So I love the fact that you guys are playing the game the right way and you're not being leeches. But you know how we do. We get the people out of here that's not supposed to be here anyway because they're not our common group. And it's going to happen just like this. Like I say, just take a breath. And then next thing you know, everything is going to get better. Just calm your levels and everything will be okay. Some people that you deal with are not going to comply to everything that you guys do. Some people will. You got leeches in life, and sometimes you have a lot of people like us that like to pay our way for what we get. Let's keep on going, you guys. We got more content to go. That's the main point and the main focus that I wanted you guys to see when it came down to JD Vance, because I feel that way. I think that we're owed monetary. We should get some of our money back. And it's like a slap in the face that everybody else can get their money, but we don't get anything. That's totally not fair. We don't play that game around here. United States, we need to get those minerals. If they can't give us our money back or any other valuables back, we need to at least be able to get something back, tangible, that we can actually use. And that's those minerals. And that's what we're doing right now. Not only that, but like I said, what did I tell you guys earlier? Tariffs have come in. You've got Canada responding. We've got Mexico responding. And it seems as if those tariffs have been delayed. But China, no, China's on some, you guys want to invoke tariffs on us? How about we invoke anything on you guys? So they basically saying that they want to fight now. China is sticking their chests out and they want to fight. Because when you talk like this and when you send messages this way, it's instigating a response. And that's what I take from this. To me, I take this as a threat.
Yesterday that they're ready for any kind of war with the U.S.
because of these tariffs that have been placed on them. Can you speak to how the administration is planning on responding to that? Well, I think Secretary Hegseth has responded to that this morning. He said that America will always be prepared to defend itself, especially under the leadership of this president in the Oval Office, and that certainly remains true. Again, when it comes to tariffs, the president has been very tough on China, not just now with 20% and more with the reciprocal tariffs that will hit on April 2nd, but look at what he did in his first term. There were billions of dollars worth of tariffs that he implemented on China.
White House Press Secretary Caroline Leavitt responding to China's increasing aggression following President Trump's tariff plan going into effect this week. A Chinese Foreign Ministry spokesperson says, quote, if war is what the U.S. wants, be it a tariff war, a trade war, or any other type of war, we're ready to fight till the end.
This is what I'm saying. This is what I can't stand about China, man. Like, yo, China, they don't give you no negotiation at all. Come to the table, bro. Like, let's talk. Like, that's crazy. I understand tariffs and they peed off about it. I understand, yo, y'all charging us this or whatever, but they've never been negotiable. They've never been the type of country to negotiate with anybody. They're just anal a-holes. That's like you go to the store and you've been going there all the time, like, yo, today, do you mind if I'm 5 cents short? Oh, I can't do that for you. Get out, get out. Like, come on, bro. I come here all the time. Where's the civility? Where's the wanting to be fair and equal? Where's that at? We buy tons of products from China and they kicking us up the butt with the rates that they charging us. No, and then they don't take our products. That's what we're talking about. They don't take our products, but we take theirs. And whatever products we do send over there, they put mad taxes on it to the point where there's not even really that much products going over there. So we take their stuff in all the time, made in China. This damn suit probably made in China. Take everything in from China. And y'all don't want to move and bend and flex with us at all. I ain't gonna lie to you. I can't stand people that don't negotiate, that don't want to give you a word in edgewise. And that's why there are things like what he just said in the last one, war. Because when people don't negotiate and when you don't want to be fair to other people, what's wrong with people in this world? I don't understand it, especially China. And I'm not talking about Trump. I am not referring to any information that I've heard from Trump. I'm talking about Kevin O'Leary. I'm talking about people that I do business with clothing companies, when it comes down to manufacturing, when it comes down to even myself, when I buy stuff off Alibaba, they like so non-negotiable. You got to be like, yo, this company over here said that they're going to get it for this. And, all right, we'll take off 4 cents. Damn, that's it. I'm talking about, you know what I used to say? Y'all is tighter than a roach's ass. You won't even give nobody no discount at all. That's not how you do business. You got to negotiate with people, man. What the fuck is wrong with people? Negotiate. We live in a world together. And another thing, I'm tired of people constantly looking at these tariffs like, oh, he's so bad. He put these tariffs in. What else were we going to do? Keep on living the same way? You got to at least try. Why don't you try? You know what? I negotiate all the time. And let me tell you something. If I can't get the negotiation through, I'll fall back. That's how you do in business. I went to this company the other day. Yo, we doing this much more. I'm going to have to add $125 to you guys' invoice. And then what I did was I said, because we're doing this, we got this going on, we now have to come down here and do this and this. And now on my end, I'm thinking to myself, you know what? That is a tangible excuse. I mean, that's a good reasoning for what you're saying. You know, what you're saying, you should be able to get that extra additional monetary. So that's what I'm saying. When the ends justify the means, it should make sense. And when the person's trying to negotiate with you with clean abilities and good tactics and good wherewithal, what's the problem with negotiating? Have you ever went to a store or you try to buy something and you might be like $5 short or $6 short or whatever like that, and next thing you know, no, we ain't taking that. No shorts. Like, damn, you for real, homeboy? You know what? How about this? Keep your shit. F you. I ain't never coming back in here. And if I talk to anybody else about you, I'm going to tell everybody how you get down. No, I don't even move like that. I'll have a solid price on something. You know what? This pink passion right here, y'all. I'm going to sell you this pink passion. I'll give you this for $45, right? You come to me and be like, yo, Bugatti, I only got 40. It's your liquor, bro. Take that. You got it. $5? You think I'm gonna mess up a deal for $5? I'm taking that. Yeah, I'm taking it. I'm taking that $5. So that's what I'm talking about. Be able to flex and be negotiable. And guess what? That person gonna remember next time, yo, you know what? He gave me a discount. I'm rocking with him. And then you on the other side, when he try to come back to you, hey, how you doing? What's going on? Everything cool? Yeah, oh, so you're gonna be able to pay the price today? Oh, no problem, good business or whatever like that. So now you've made some room for this person to actually be able to pay you. You never know. I mean, if they come back to you and they say, hey, can I still get that $40 deal? That's when you gotta be like, yo, come on now. I done looked out for you already. I have to make something. I need to eat too. That's how you do business. You go back and forth. I just showed you guys a minimal way of how business is done. That's what these guys are used to doing. You got a businessman as a president now. That's what's happening. That's why sometimes you'll see them smack a tariff on something, right? And then they come back real hard with their tariffs and he got to be like, yo, you know what? Let me fall back for a minute. It's just like human nature. You saw what happened with Canada and Mexico. As soon as he slapped that tariff off on them, they were like, what? And we're going to do the same thing to you. And next thing you know, he fell back. A lot of things that we do as human beings, we want to do it. We have the intent to do it. But sometimes it doesn't always come out to be that way. It doesn't always happen the way that we planned it to be. That's why we negotiate and we hope for the best. And we should be fair to each other. That's all I'm saying. I see y'all getting busy in the comments. I see y'all there. But all I'm saying is I think we should be fair to each other. Diablos, well, actually it is. Car kid, you don't need money. You need food. You damn sure right about that, car kid. Danny K, Native RN. Good morning from Tampa Bay. Good morning, Danny K. How you doing? Aspiring scientific journalist, also a cow. Yes, but it makes you unreliable trade partners. Travis Anderson, aspiring scientific. We're talking billions of dollars, not your local corner store. Okay, Rena Brown said, morning everyone. Car care, you have to eat to give you money. Kamal Ram said that's a business tax, and that does work because the economy the United States is a business. It is a business. You're right, Kamal. It is a business. United States is a business. Will Hosey, you're slow, America isn't a business. You out of your mind. Anybody that thinks America isn't a business, get my bags, meet me at the airport, and I might be there.
Gatestone Institute senior fellow and the author of Plan Red, China's project to destroy.
I don't want to go into that. This is all personal feeling stuff. We stay on the facts and the bottom line here. That's what we stay on over here. So right now, we're going to keep it moving, y'all, because we got a lot more on the deck, like I always tell you. We got a lot more to cover. Do me a favor, you guys, if you appreciate the content and what we're doing right now, have a great community going on in there. Don't beat people up too bad. Stop atting each other and starting these beefs, y'all. Stay with me. Stay with me. We got a lot more in the clip. Let's keep it going. Do me that favor, double tap that screen, go over there and get some likes up so everybody know what we're doing. Right now, we got another one going on because now finally we're hearing from Elon Musk. He's revealing the staggering DOGE numbers in closed doors meetings with the GOP. He had a meeting yesterday with the GOP and he was basically letting them know what's going on, where theft is at. He's kind of keeping that away from the United States, but we're going to get a little tidbit of what's going on here. This was a meeting yesterday that Elon Musk had with Congress, and it was a closed door meeting, so not many people knew about it, where he revealed DOGE numbers.
Away at his goal of $1 trillion in government spending cuts. And he laid out DOGE's strategies during closed-door meetings in Washington yesterday.
Ty Pyro joins us with the details. Good morning, Ty.
Hey, guys. Good morning to all of you. The CEO gathered with dozens of GOP leaders for back-to-back meetings at the Capitol on Wednesday, where he shared updates on the progress of the Department of Government Efficiency, also known by DOGE. You know that by now. Musk telling the roughly 40 senators that DOGE's efforts are saving about $4 million per day. He says they've already cut $105 billion in wasteful spending. That breaks down to over $650 per taxpayer. The CEO telling lawmakers there's more to come.
What y'all think about this?
What was your message in there to House Republicans? What was your message in there, Mr. Musk?
There's a lot of opportunity to improve expenditures in the government, and then we're making good progress in that regard.
We got a new person in here, y'all. Somebody worrying about the network. Why y'all looking at Fox? Y'all need to holler at him and let them know? Y'all want to talk to him, or do I got to do it? Do I got to do it, or y'all want to do it? Let me do it real quick. Stop talking about the network, or you can get up out of here. We wait for the rabbit to stick his head out the hole, then we blow his head off. We don't worry about little things like networks and stuff like that. What we do is we get the information, and then we see if the information is real. If we don't let these people spew their rhetoric, we're not going to find out if we can examine or find out if it's real or not. You need to stop being like that. You need to get information from enemies as well as your allies. You got to be smart in life. Stop worrying about networks because it shows your mental ability. Stop worrying about stuff like that. Find out the information and then figure out if it's real or not. Makes your brain seem very small when you leave comments like that. So we don't want you to seem like you're juvenile in the brain. I'm trying to help you out here. So stop worrying about networks.
This all comes after Democrat lawmakers joined protesters opposing the spending cuts, while House Speaker Mike Johnson says DOGE is making much needed progress.
This extraordinary work that Elon Musk is doing with DOGE, that he's explaining to our House Republicans tonight, is transformative. It's really revolutionary in the way that we'll do budgeting. We'll limit the size and scope of the federal government, and we'll be much more accountable to taxpayers in this country, and that is long overdue.
Musk says he's looking to cut around $1 trillion in government waste. A lawmaker close to the department tells Fox News Digital, quote, the executive DOGE team is confident they think they can get $1 trillion. He acknowledged that we're going to make some mistakes, but we're going to correct them very quickly.
That's what I'm saying. Like, we all make mistakes. Why? Because we're humans. Even computers make mistakes. Stop being so hard on people. Nobody's perfect. Again, just calm down. Understand what's going on in life. I make mistakes all the time. I'm doing this. Sometimes I press the wrong button. Power run out. That does not mean that the mission is not still the same. Over $1 trillion is a lot of money to cut. We have a $35 trillion deficit. That $1 trillion right there, sadly, we're going to see, and I have to notice this. I've been noticing that there's been people losing their jobs. There have been administration things shut down. So those cuts are affecting people. Let's be honest about it. I've been showing you guys all week. These cuts in different areas are affecting people. We're talking about businessmen that are in government now. They're cutting out a lot of areas as far as federal workers and employees. And we're going to be fair about that and understand that this is not just numbers. A lot of these numbers are connected to people. So we have to understand that part. Hopefully a lot of these people find new jobs and find other ways to keep on moving forward, because this is a staggering situation, and it's sad that it has to happen so fast and rapid in a short amount of time, because we are really hurting when it comes down to our deficit. If we don't knock out this deficit very soon, we're going to be paying $1 trillion in just interest every few months, and that's not good. We're going to go into a recession doing that. How you doing, everybody? What's going on? I see you guys saying what's up. Do me a favor, double tap that screen if you appreciate the content. We've got much more to go. I want you guys to see this new immigrant raid that happened illegal immigrant raid that happened in Virginia. 2 days ago, we had one of the council people on from Virginia talking about how bad it was in Aurora and certain places. Now they finally went to Virginia and started to do some knock on doors, kick doors, and basically Homeland Security has got a lot of people out of Virginia in certain areas that are high crime. I want you guys to see this. Yes, we like what's going on with DOGE, but we also got to keep going, y'all. Let's keep it going. Hope you guys appreciate the content, because now we're going to shoot out to Virginia to see what's going on out there. Let's go, y'all. Let's go. We're going to go to Virginia real quick.
Immigration raid in Virginia. Our Rachel Scott there as agents moved in from ICE, the FBI, and other agencies making arrests. Of course, a key issue that will come up tonight during the president's speech. Here's Rachel.
Tonight, the president preparing to tout his signature promise, the largest deportation effort in American history. And well before dawn, we were on the front lines.
We want to be rolling by 0345.
The administration says they are going after the worst first. They tell us their target here in Northern Virginia, a Guatemalan man in the country illegally with a criminal record.
Almost 4 a.m. and we are now rolling. ICE agents say the subject of the investigation today, a known member of the 18th Street gang.
We are there as heavily armed agents, guns drawn, use flashbangs to get inside, leading the suspect out in cuffs, loading him into a waiting patrol car. Authorities say they've arrested more than 20,000 people since Trump took office. ICE and Border Patrol say more than 43,000 are held in detention. But amid this push, thorny questions emerge, as we see on the second raid of the morning.
Multiple agencies on the ground right now. The FBI, the DEA, the ATF. You can see the agents inside right now.
Armed agents seen through a window making another arrest.
Well, this target here was wanted for sexual assault and for battery, multiple re-entries into the country.
But also in the home, his 2 American children and his brother, who authorities say is also undocumented, but has no known criminal record. That brother could now be deported too. We asked Homeland Security Secretary Kristi Noem what happens to the children.
There is that likelihood that these families could be separated.
There is consequences, and we're giving him time to leave these children with someone else.
The Department of Homeland Security says they handle these situations involving children on a case-by-case basis. Today, Border Czar Tom Homan telling me the administration is looking to what he calls family residential centers as an option to keep families together, David.
Yeah, because if the dad is a criminal, you can't keep him out of jail just because he got kids. And that's something that we have to deal with. So those children may wind up in like some sort of foster care or something like that. I do like what I saw. I'm not going to hold you guys. I like to see these criminals getting locked up. I like to know that the crime rate is going down in certain places like this. I feel as if these criminals have come to our country and look at us as we are weak, and they've been taking over certain areas because those areas are homey. They are for resident people. They are for people to live their lives in sanctuary and to be happy. But what these people do is they find a quiet area. They don't care about what's going on. And they hang out there. They raise their families in harmony, but they commit crimes. So yes, I think that they need to take their ass back home. Every one of them. The brother that got caught, that was messed up on his immigration, kick him out of here too. We don't know what you was doing. You need to leave too. Sorry for the children. Really sorry about that. But the sad part about it is, if the adults were American, I'm in here committing a crime. My son's in here. My son's gonna feel the same wrath as an illegal immigrant's child. So I can feel some sort of heartache for them, for the children, but at the same time, I got some responsibility as the parent as well, and so do they. They made the choice to sell drugs and to do illegal things. So yes, as a ramification, you put your people in that sort of a situation. The brother that was just hanging out in there, that could have been abuela. When you say, hey, are they gonna come and take abuela? If abuela is in the house and she is illegal, abuela may be going back home. And who did that? You, the elderly person, I mean the kid, or whoever she's holding down, or she say, oh, Papa, you can come stay with me. You're jeopardizing abuela, especially if you're doing illegal things that's gonna bring ICE to your house. So stop blaming Americans. Stop saying that we're so bad on kids and things like that. I just showed you guys 2 incidents, almost 2. One with the brother that could have been abuela, and the real thing when it comes down to the children. You put yourself in situations like that, your family members are also going to feel the bite of it. Common sense ain't too common. Real talk. Now we're going to keep on going because we got some more stuff going on. I want you to see when Trump actually issued this last warning to Hamas. We got it. Let's go, y'all. Let's keep it going. We got it right here. Yeah, people need to be more responsible, I am my own worst critic. I'm going to tell you that right now. No boss, no girlfriend, no friend could be harder on me than I could be myself, because I want things for myself. You guys can see it every morning that I get up here and I do this damn live 6 o'clock. I prepare the videos at 3. I put a damn suit on to make sure I'm looking good for you guys. And all I ask for is likes, and I don't even get that. And you telling me life ain't hard? Y'all telling me? How about this? Don't even get paid from doing this at all. I don't get no money from doing this. Somebody gave me a tip just now. I saw it. I got to scroll down. I promise you, I will be thanking you for that tip. That's hard-earned money, and I appreciate it. And I guarantee you, whoever you are, we're going to be up in here doing pom-poms if it's $2, because we appreciate hard-earned money. Real talk. You can't pour syrup on shit and make it pancakes. Because when you bite into it, it's still shit. Now, come on, y'all. I want to take you over here to show you what Trump got to say about Hamas. Let's go.
Any ordinary Gazans who were found to be holding hostages would be subject to death. In fact, this was a very belligerent post, but he did not mention what we all learned a few hours earlier, which is that the U.S., for the first time that we know of, has been in direct talks with Hamas in Doha. This was hugely significant because it was back in 1997 that the U.S. State Department designated Hamas as a terrorist organization, and the U.S. position has for decades been that the U.S. does not negotiate with who it calls terrorists. Right. So this would be the first time publicly that we've ever heard of this happening. Now, the White House would not say what exactly they're talking about, but the news outlet Axios is reporting that it all comes down to Adam Bowler. He's the Trump administration's top hostage envoy, meeting with Hamas, their top negotiator, talking about a little side deal here, a mini deal, just to get the American hostages out of Gaza. That's one who is living, a young man named Eden Alexander from New Jersey. The 4 others are dead, so getting their bodies out as well. And this sort of side deal, this mini deal, it is hoped possibly that would lead to a broader truce here.
This is my show, and I'm glad I got this show because I wanted to say something, and I'm going to say it. I wish for those 4 Americans that passed, I wish we can just go get at Hamas. Between me and you, I want to just wipe them out just for them 4 Americans. I don't know how they passed and what they went through, but I would like to wipe out Hamas for that right there. Just that right there. Just that right there. How dare you? Our Americans coming back in body bags or whatever like that? For real? And what did they do? I would finish them. I don't blame Trump what he's talking about. And after it's over, oh yeah, I'm kind of sneaky. Kind of sneaky. Might send in my Delta Force.
Like, that Ukraine rare earth mineral deal, not really having much to do with the overall ending of the Ukraine war, but might be a deal that gets us closer to an overall peace. Anyway, you mentioned that Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu's office put out a statement saying that they have conveyed their thoughts on all this to the White House. They didn't say what those thoughts are, but it's a pretty good bet, Efron, that they are probably not too happy because this mini deal would put more pressure on Netanyahu to reach a broader overall hostage agreement and to get to phase 2. Now, this is all really significant because, we don't know what the Trump administration might be demanding or what Hamas might be demanding in exchange for this mini deal. But if it goes through, well, maybe it could lead to a broader agreement. But so why did Trump then throw out this big bomb on social media, this really belligerent threats to Hamas? Well, he has a history of this, of during negotiations, maybe sending out a really bellicose kind of statement. Sometimes it has worked, sometimes it has not. Maybe it's moved the needle a little bit. We'll have to see.
And that's just like what I was telling you guys about the tariffs. He implemented the tariffs, didn't work, he had to pull back on it. Everything a man wants to do, everything a woman wants to do, that don't necessarily mean we can do it, but we try. We try. And now we got these fools, guess what? Now they want to come out like they always do. Hamas has now answered and said, oh yeah, you want to threaten us, and now we got to keep going. So I think, honestly, now that we're looking at it a certain way, Trump just probably need to stop threatening them and just get this damn thing over, or just send in the Delta Force to deal with it ourselves. How about that? I want to fight now. I'm going to just be honest with y'all. Y'all probably noticed it. I want to fight Hamas. I want our people to go now. I'm not going to say it again, but I want to fight. Sometimes you get to a point where somebody call you out so much, you be like, yo, you know what? Fuck all that. You know what? Let's go. Let's go right now. Let's go. Talking that bullshit, because you know you can't fight. Let's go. You ever get like that sometime where you just want to go, win or lose? That's how I feel right now. I want to go at Hamas right now, boy. Woo! Swear to God I do.
Responding to President Trump's newest ultimatum. On Truth Social, the president telling Hamas to release all the remaining hostages held in Gaza, or, quote, it is over for you. News Nation's Tom Dempsey is on Capitol Hill with the latest. So, Tom, what is Hamas saying about the president's threat this morning?
Hey, good morning, Marky. Look, this is a pretty strong response and comment from Hamas saying it will only free all remaining Israeli hostages in custody since October of 2023 when a permanent ceasefire gets agreed upon. Like I said, really consider the timing of all this, though, Marky. The White House actually recently confirmed it's been holding direct talks with Hamas. That's pretty big news when you consider that the United States State Department considers Hamas to be a foreign terrorist organization. But overnight, Hamas commented on these developments, talking about the best track to release the remaining Israeli prisoners is by the occupation going into the second phase, and compelling it to adhere to the agreement signed upon the sponsorship of mediators. We'll get into that deal.
All right, y'all. I'm back at the comments. I want to see what you guys got to say. Who gives a fuck about Israel? That's what Root said. Black, fighting in a tight ass suit. Yeah, this shit is kind of tight. Marielle, I don't want to fight. It always results in loss of some of our great troops. Root, no news wars except like 7 news wars. Renee Brown said, that's evil, people. What we got? We got Stacy. Hamas is DEA Dizzle. Maud Hatter said FAFO. Root, no new wars, dummy. Yeah, all right. I'll take that. I even let you call me a dummy because maybe I'm dumb for that. So, yeah, that's one about me. If I'm wrong, I'm going to own it. And, yeah, I mean, maybe got a little bit angry right there, but I get a little hyped up when I see stuff like that because I start to think about what the people have gone through and the pain and suffering that they may have gone through. So I want to apologize for that, guys. I do apologize. We should not have any wars or anything like that. But sometimes I do get a little bit angry. I'm very defensive, and especially when people do people wrong, I just don't like it. So I do apologize for that. So let's just keep on moving forward. That's probably and sometimes, yes, the video itself, I could get a lot of feeling from the video if it gives off that sort of thing. So I've always been the type of person that beats up bullies, defends people. I love to take care of animals. I've been a big defender all my life. So when I see stuff like that and I know people just took the pain and they got hurt, I can just imagine what they've been through, and it's just not right. So it bothers me. So I do apologize, you guys, for what's that? Root? You said no new wars, dummy. I take that hit. That show you I'm a man. I take that hit. You're right about that. I want to go up to this one person that left that cash app. I mean that tip, because I appreciate that. Before we keep on moving forward, you guys, nobody else did, so this person definitely deserves my time. And I definitely, if you guys decide to leave, whatever like that, it's all good. But I definitely want to make sure that this person understands that I appreciate the fact that they gave me any sort of monetary, because I appreciate monetary. Lord knows what you got to do to make money these days. Probably got a family and stuff like that. So to take money out of your family's mouth, I appreciate it. It's $4.99 and it's from Diablos. Fuck. Damn, where is it? That shit gone. Damn, I was trying to read that. It's gone? Damn, that's crazy. I'm sorry, that thing is gone. What y'all did? Took the $5 back? I guess you took it back. I don't know, but I really appreciate it if it's still there. And it was Diablos with $4.99. We're going to keep on moving forward because did you guys see the other day when Al Green was basically at the Trump meeting? At the what was that? I'm sorry, the Supreme, what was that? The sitting the other day when Trump had his had the State of the Union. Was that a State of the Union? Because I know I don't want to say the wrong thing because y'all don't be playing with my words. When Trump had the meeting the other day with Congress, Al Green got out of pocket, and he basically stood up. Now they're talking about censuring him, and I'm thinking to myself, if that would have been like a little town hall or something like that, it would have been okay to stand up and say your feelings. That just made me understand what censuring is. Because I didn't know before. Prior, a couple of months ago, we had saw someone get kicked out of a same sort of a congressional meeting, and they said that he had been censured. But now Al Green has been censured because he got up and he spoke loudly about Donald Trump as he was speaking to Congress the other day. And we got the clip here. We don't know what's going to happen to Al, but they're talking about censuring him right now. And again, I do now understand what censuring is. And I do think that he should be censured.
Texas Congressman Al Green could be the 28th representative ever to be censured. By now, everyone's seen the video and pictures of Green being escorted out after shaking his cane at President Trump and shouting during his joint address to Congress. House Republicans wasted no time moving to censure the congressman, calling his outburst a breach of proper conduct. News Nation's Xavier Walton has more this morning. So, Xavier, what's Representative Green saying about his actions the other night?
Marky, good morning. Talk about fireworks in March, right? Well, Representative Al Green, not mincing words ahead of his censure vote here in just a few hours. On the House floor Wednesday, he said he would do it again. Take a listen.
I stood up for my constituents then. I'm standing up for my constituents now. This is a matter of principle. This is a matter of conscience on some issues, that are matters of conscience. It is better to stand alone than not stand at all. This is where I stand.
I gotta say one thing though, even though he's wrong, he's standing in his wrongness. I felt like that many times, but I just stand on something and I feel a certain way, I'm just gonna stand on it. But like earlier, I wasn't gonna stand on what I said because I don't think that was right. But if I really feel something, 1,000 people can be like, no, jump, jump. I'm gonna be like, nope. That's one thing that my mom did teach me. Have your own mindset. And even if you're wrong about it, don't be ignorant about it because it could take you out. You could still have your certain inside feeling about it, but understand that that's not the right way to go about it. But the way that he's holding his feeling about thinking that he's fighting for his people, I gotta say I kind of admire it because there's not a lot of people that stand strong in their resolve and in what they're feeling. So we don't all agree. We're never gonna all agree. So with that being said, even though you may not agree with what he's saying, I agree with the fact that he's standing in his words and he's standing up for himself and he's just saying what he felt.
So we have seen these images of the Texas congressman waving his cane and shouting at President Trump during his joint address to Congress. Green says he was yelling at the president that he didn't have a mandate to cut Medicaid, a program on the DOGE chopping block, and something he says many of his constituents desperately need. Washington Congressman Dan Newhouse introduced the censure to the House, writing on X, the sheer disregard for decorum during the president's address from my colleague is simply unacceptable. So the censure vote scheduled for later today, Markey. If the resolution passes, Green doesn't get removed from Congress or anything like that. It's more of a public reprimanding of his behavior. He'll have to stand in front of the House as the resolution is read, Markey.
I think it's right. There's certain times when you can speak like that and when you can do certain outbursts or whatever. That just was not the forum. It was not the right place to do it. And there was no one speaking but Trump. And that's it. You're supposed to let the man speak, let him say what he's got to say. He's addressing Congress. So yeah, you stepped out. You shouldn't have did that. What we got over here? We got $9.99 from Diablo's $9.99. Politicians are lining their pockets with taxpayers' money. That's funneling through bogus programs and U.S. aid. Yep, I believe that. I see why you put that back up again, Diablos. I believe that. I got to be honest. I agree with Diablos. Politicians are lining their pockets with taxpayers' money. That's funneling through bogus programs and USAID. We proved that yesterday, and it was a few months ago where there was someone that basically came on and explained, let's say we give out $5 billion. Before the $5 billion gets to the source of where it's supposed to be, there's so many people taking a chunk off of it that 15 to 10% is the only thing that really winds up going to where it should actually go to. That's crazy. And that's when Diablos is totally right. Everybody's getting their cut. Even the $2 billion that got reinstated yesterday through USAID to these crazy transgender or changing of sex changing things or having things going on in the rainforest and far off places that we can't really see. Of course, you're going to be able to send $20 billion over to Guam or something like that because we don't know what the hell is going on with the money. And next thing you know, politician takes 5, another person takes 3. By the time it gets over to where it's supposed to go to, it's nothing really going on. So what they do is make these facades, fake things, try to make up stuff like, hey, we're going to feed these people, get this all on video, and act like what they're actually doing. We're not stupid. We know what they do. And let's just be honest about it. That's how they get rich. How are you a politician that makes about 160 to 200 and something $1,000 living in 5 and 10, $20 million homes? I don't know if you guys notice it, but it seems that when you're a small politician, you're on our level where you can talk. Once you've been around in politics for years, you're so rich you can't even be, you got to have security. Like Nancy Pelosi, I'm going to keep bringing her up. Obama, how rich is Obama? Yeah, 400, like mad money after becoming a politician, after becoming a president. And what did they do while they were? Or what type of deals did they put together to structure to make sure that they would keep on getting that money while they were in office? These are the things that they're talking about right now. These are the deals, the sideline deals, all of the under the table deals that are happening. Hey, I want this deal to go through. Got to make sure this person keeps on getting $5,000 for a certain amount of time until it gets to this certain amount. That's how they're washing money, guys. And they're doing it all with taxpayer money. And that's the sad part about it. Pentagon has lost trillions. Red Blue. Meanwhile, the little guys are struggling to make ends meet, said Red Blue. Then what we got up here, we got Nancy Pelosi. You understand, if I own 1,000 acres, that I can sell that to anyone I want, and the president doesn't get a say in it. Bill G, glad to see you up and at it. That's right, bro, I'm up and at it. We doing it. The homeless vet, DOD budget, $886 billion. DOD audit can only account for 39% of that money. That money. Look at this. $540 billion of taxpayer money is unaccounted for. Haven't passed an audit in more than a damn decade. Damn, how you, what, you see that? You see that right there? This is fact right here. You see that, right? You see that? That's crazy right there. Bill, what else we got here? We got YouTube punk. Transgeneric studies has nothing to do with transgender issues. Educate yourself. I don't like that stuff. I think y'all need to get right and go get, how about trans psychiatrists? Christian Elon, Megadeth predicted this in 1990s, even The Simpsons. Yep, you're right about that when he came down the escalator. Chad C, what the heck was Trump talking about transgender mice? He is a disgrace. Whoever let that get in his speech should be fired. They were running tests on mice, is what he was saying. They were running tests on the mice. I don't know what you mean by transgender. I don't know. I don't even know what the hell you talking about. If that was, I don't know what you're talking about. But let's keep on going right now, because now we do have some more information with Trump. This is when he said he would take over the Department of Education, because he wants you guys to know that if he does shut down the DOE, the Department of Education, who's going to be running it, about the monetary spending, and who's going to be dealing with that. I think he said it has to do with the State Department, and there would be another part of government that would be handling the Department of Education if it were to close. And I got a clip right here with him talking about it. I want you guys to see it real quick. Check this out.
How would you see sort of what department, what agency would handle student loans and the other types of federal grants?
That would be brought into either Treasury or Small Business Administration or Commerce. And we've actually had that discussion today. I don't think the education should be handling the loans. That's not their business. I think it'll be brought into small business maybe. Kelly really liked it and really would like to do it. So the loans would be brought into a group where they really do that. And I think it should be good. That is, by the way, the most complicated thing in moving. But it's very simple if you do that.
And the same for like federal grants.
Rejected your plan to move out more than 2 million people out of
care of itself.
Follow up to that, Mr. President.
Yeah, so when it comes down to the DOE, he has plans of what they're doing if it winds up having to close. I mean, you have to be ready for whatever happens, and that does make sense. When he said education should not be dealing with the finances of it, they should just be worried about education. Kind of makes sense to me. I don't know what you guys think. Can you buy land in China? I don't think so. YouTube punk said false, Terrell. Chad C, maybe he misspoke. Wait a second. They was running tests on mice when they were changing their sex. That's what Terrell C said. And then you got the homeless vet said, Chuck Gasly, Mitch McConnell, Lady Lindsey Graham. What else we got? AB, New York Post, Obama Obama worth $135 million. See, yeah, there you go. There you go. And let me ask you a question. Do me a favor. Google how much he was worth in 1998 or 2000. I guarantee you he didn't have that much money. They get in the office and they get rich. And who do they get rich off of? Us. Hey, I got this piece of land over there that's about to go up. We're about to make sure that supermarkets are over there. This is going to be over there. Then they tell their friend, yo, make sure, give me my cut. I even think that Biden got something going on right now, allegedly, waiting for some money to come back from that last send-off that he gave to Ukraine. They got money sitting everywhere, all types of crazy stuff, allegedly. But I don't want to get in no trouble over here at our channel, just because we be keeping it 100. That's how we do all the time. That's what you can expect over here from the bottom line. And like I always tell you guys, you could have went anywhere, but the fact of the matter that you came here to chill with me, I appreciate you. Do me a favor, subscribe to the channel, check out another video, or if y'all want to make some money, go into the description and guess what? Surveys in there today for $450. Fill it out. See if you get a chance to make $450 off of doing this survey. I'm going to make $25 off of every one of y'all that get that money. So I can't wait for y'all to go get that $450. Yes, I do things like that. We put different things in the description. Hopefully one of you guys will be able to send me a photo of you cashing out, getting that $450. All of us right now can use an extra little bit of money. The $19 that I got today, you think I don't appreciate that? I really do. Anything that someone gives you from their hard-earned work, you should appreciate it and you should respect it. I look at people's money as 10 times greater than what they give me. That's just the type of person I am because I know how hard it is to make money right now. I have massive respect for people, especially people that work and grind for theirs. It's your boy Bugatti NYC, and like I always tell you, I say it again. You could have went anywhere, but the fact of the matter that you came here to chill with me, I appreciate you. So until tomorrow, 6 o'clock in the morning again, we going to be right here. We going to be pooling. We going to be doing our thing. We going to make sure that we look good, and we going to bring y'all the bottom line because that's what we do, and that's what we appreciate from you guys for coming here all the time. So do me a favor, you guys. We're looking to get to 30,000. We got about 28,000 subscribers now. Let's go ahead and subscribe to the channel as well. Let's create a fantastic community of people in the morning that think level-headed and like to come and drop comments and speak to each other, go over clips and just have a place to talk. That's what we about here at the bottom line. So if anybody asks you, why you will go over there and watch those clips, you can play those clips yourself. Yeah, but I don't get the comments, we don't get the community, and we don't get to have the love that we get here. So again, you guys, I appreciate you. And until tomorrow, y'all already know what it is. Y'all ready? Get 'em! 1. See y'all later. Peace.